I just wanted to talk about something that's really been bothering me, really frustrating me about this life, I guess. It's kind of just, I just get really frustrated. um, so recently, one of my friends and I, and myself, honestly, just in general, like thinking to myself, we've been talking about birth control and, um, well, birth control basically. I had the Marina for about 3 months. I got it out just recently because, oh my god. Um, I don't know if you guys know what the Marina is, but it's an IUD. It's this little T-shaped thing and it goes up into your cervix. And um, it was honestly one of the most painful things I've ever had happen to me. It it like felt like something was gonna come out of my body and just like attack people. It was she had to numb things and it felt like fingernails and it was just, oh my god, it was the worst experience ever. And throughout the whole thing, I didn't have my period, but I experienced so much cramping and it was just so painful. And I also experienced some other things. I've been taking birth control for like a year now. Um, and I have anxiety and I've also been diagnosed with depression. And it's really difficult when you have things like birth control because I don't know if you've read, but all birth control comes with a little pamphlet and it states that it can make your anxiety and your depression worse. Well, I've had my IUD out for 2 days and honestly, I've noticed such a drastic change in myself. It's ridiculous. I honestly don't think that I would want to be put back on hormonal birth control. And they don't have anything for non hormonal birth control. They have another IUD, which is all fine and dandy, except my experience with IUDs is that they're so painful, and I don't want that. I don't want to feel like I'm like knives are stabbing me in the stomach. So, the other thing is called a diaphragm, and yes, I want to be safe while having sex because I don't want children. And some of you are like, "Oh my god, you don't want children?" Or some of you are probably like, "Oh, you want them when you're older." And I'm like, "No, I don't want children." And my friend and I were talking about this because she feels exactly the same way. When I was younger, I used to want to have like 10, 20 kids, and after this experience, I want none. I don't want to give birth. And yeah, some of you are probably like, "Oh, you're just a pussy," or "Oh, you get, drugs for that." That's great, but I don't want to give birth. Listen to my words. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't want that. And so my friend wants to get her tubes tied. She wants tubal ligation because you can't have a hysterectomy unless, you have cancer or something, which is fine, which just means that you'll have your period. Okay. Well, she was talking to me and she was like, "Well, they normally won't let you do it until you're 25." And I just looked at her and I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because they want to make sure that that's what you want." Which is understandable, okay? I understand. But think about this. Think about there are women out there who are allergic to the birth control pill, which is my mom. My mom was allergic to it. There are people out there who are allergic to condoms, which, they make different kind of condoms, but when they make those condoms, sometimes they lack the effectiveness, which that's kind of, it isn't kind of cool. So I guess I'm really just frustrated with, yeah, they have a lot of birth control options, but what if you don't want children? They don't really give you that option because your body is made to have children, and that's what you are made to do. You're a woman. You're gonna have kids. That's what you're gonna do. It's what you're gonna do. That's not what I want. Yeah, I want kids. That's great. But I don't want my own child. I don't want to bring a child into this world knowing all the stupid shit people do. I'm not gonna apologize for my language because I'm sorry, but us people are fucking fucked up. We are fucked up. Ain't nobody want that. I don't want to bring my child in this world knowing that if they're a girl, you know, they're gonna, you know, have issues with having sex. They're gonna have issues with birth control, their period. You know, like, I got my period when I was 10 years old and I got made fun of for it. I didn't grow boobs until I was, okay, I still don't really have boobs. Do you see this? No boobs. No boobs. And I got made fun of for it because all the other girls were growing tatas everywhere and I had none. And, you know, I had issues with eating disorders. You know, and everyone makes it out to be like it's nothing. If I had a boy, what if he turned out to be gay? You know, it's not that I would have a problem with it, because, hey, if he's gay, fine. It just means that he's bringing over a boy instead of a girl. Okay. Still gonna be the same rules. Leave your door open. Please. And thank you. Peace of mind. Not like you could get pregnant, so I guess. Anyways. It's just, I don't want my child to have to grow up in a world where everybody hates everybody. I don't want that. I would rather have, you know, be a foster mom or be an adoptive mom, okay, which is basically just a mother. It's just not your blood. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't have a child, you know, like, I kind of think that frustrates me as well. Like, when people are like, oh, but you won't have your own flesh and blood. So, it's still my child, is it not? Did I not pay for this child? I know that sounds weird, but you did. You technically bought a kid. You know? It baffles me how weird this world is to women. Like, I want to get my tubes tied. I want tubal ligation. And my mom was like, okay. She goes, I got my tubes tied when I was 23. She was 23. And she doesn't regret it. You know, and she couldn't have a hysterectomy because, like I said, you know, that's something that you can only get if you, you know, have cancer or something wrong with your uterus. But she wished she could have because her periods are so bad. And I understand that there are going to be guys probably watching this. But think about it. I'm sorry, but when we're in bed groaning and moaning, it's not for fun. Like, it fucking hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Like, it's mind-boggling how some people just don't think about it. I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh my god, like, she's so weird. She doesn't want kids. It's not that I don't want kids. I do want kids. I don't want my own kids. I don't want to live with the anxiety of, oh my god, am I pregnant? Like, my boyfriend and I were safe. We're totally safe, you know? We use condoms. I was on birth control, you know? I'm not on birth control right now, only because I want to give my body time to regulate and get all the other hormones that my body wasn't necessarily making out of my body, and just see how my anxiety and my depression and everything, you know, levels out, just because I noticed when I got the Mirena and when I switched my birth control before the Mirena that my anxiety skyrocketed and it was ridiculous. Like, I almost couldn't leave the house some days. And that's hard. So, I guess now that I've just rambled for like 10 minutes, I'm just really frustrated with how society and other women view women who don't want kids. It's not a bad thing. It's not. It's not like we're giving up our lives. And it's not like we're inhuman, you know? Some people don't want kids. Do you know how much expenses kids are. Like, I'm sorry, but teenage people don't understand that and they're having children. Ugh. There was my cousin. He's 14 and his girlfriend's 14. And he didn't want to have sex, so he broke up with her because she wanted it. She's had sex and she wanted that from him and he wasn't ready. She's a baby. I'm baffled. Like, I was 19 when I lost my virginity, and people high-five me because I was 19 and I lost my virginity. That's weird to me. Like, my boyfriend was 21. You know, it's like, we're not losers. It's not like we don't like sex. I like sex. It's awesome. But it's not that I regret having sex at 19. I just wish I had waited a little bit longer, I guess. And people think that's weird. Because they're like, oh, you don't like sex? Yeah. I'm like, no, I love sex. But I don't know if I was really ready. It just kind of happened. And I know people say that. But we were prepared. We had a condom. You know? And it's just like, I don't know. I guess the world just baffles me at this point. And I just wanted to know if anybody else felt that way. And I feel like I just went cross-eyed. Oh my god, that was really weird. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So yeah, I just wanted to know what other people felt about, you know, birth control, I guess. And, I don't know. I just wanted to share my feelings. So yeah, just, I guess comment below on, you know, the birth control method that you use, I guess, and just, you know, how you feel about it and its effectiveness, and I don't know, just,